Are you sick of making Roblox TikToks on your phone? Well, in today's video, I'm going to use an actual editing software and teach you how to make your videos look way more professional. So be sure to like and subscribe in the next 2.3 seconds, or this spider is going to be in your bed tonight. I know I'm not taking any chances. Alright guys, before we do anything, we got to get our recording software up, and just for your information, I use OBS. I think it's the easiest thing to work with. Just click the little plus icon, add in a display capture, and it'll pop up the whole window and you're good to go. So let's proceed now. Alright guys, so step number one is obviously to record your gameplay. Whatever you want to add to the video, to the TikTok, you gotta record it first, and then you're gonna want to load up your editing software. I am currently using, Wondershare Filmora 9. You guys could use whatever you want. That's totally up to you. I just use this one because it's nice and simple. But once it's loaded up and ready to go, you're going to want to drag your clip into this area right here. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. If you don't know how, this might not be the same for whatever, thing you're using. But if you're using Filmora as, the same with me, then go to the top left, click File, click Import Media Files. And whatever you want to use here, you could drop in. Just for today, I'll drop in this video right here. It's one of my old ones, but for right now, just leave that there. The second thing, and this is probably the most important thing, especially for making Roblox TikToks, that's the whole point of this video, is you're gonna want to go up to File. Now, you could do this beforehand or after. I just waited till now just because I wanted to show you now. And, once you know that this is a requirement, you could do it way in the beginning. But now, just go to File, click Project Settings, and go to Aspect Ratio. It should be 9:16. That's super important because it's in, the standard of a phone, and that's the whole point of having it on TikTok. It's got to be that ratio right there. And, like I said, when you first originally open a new project, you could just choose this right off the rip. But I wanted to wait and show you guys here. Alright guys, so now we're going to get to editing the video. Alright guys, so now that our aspect ratio is correct, and we have our clip inside the software, what we're going to want to do now is we're going to want to start to edit it. So we're going to grab it, drag it to the bottom. Now that it's down here, it's going to ask us this question right here. This basically is asking us if we want to change it back to what it originally would have been, which is like the widescreen videos that you guys normally see on YouTube, or if we want to keep it as the TikTok format, which is what you guys are here for, to create those. So we want to keep it. So that would be the option on the right. It's going to tell you that if you're not using this software, you're just going to have to read that on your own. But just make sure you keep it. And it'll look like this on the top right, like up here, right above me. And anyways, you're gonna see that the video looks terrible inside this this frame right here. It looks very not proportional with the size of how the phone would look, and that's why I'm here to help you fix that, because filming with your phone, it looks just as bad as this looks right now. So we gotta do something about that, right? So what you're gonna want to do is right click the clip. This menu is going to pop up. I'm not sure what it's going to look like on whatever software you're using, but on Filmora, you're going to want to click crop to fit. Now that it looks like this, it fills the whole size of it, and it looks much better. Now there's some other little things that we could do here. This is Arsenal, not you might not be making one on Arsenal, but if you want to crop out any ugly things you see here, now personally, I would get rid of this top gray part, maybe this bottom part down here. So to do that, we're going to right click again, crop and zoom. Alright, after we click crop and zoom, it's going to take us to a menu or screen that looks like this. And we could adjust the size of this image to, like I said, get rid of those weird gray areas. So I'm going to make it smaller from the top down, and I'm also going to make it a little bit smaller from the bottom up. Now what this does is it's going to totally throw off the proportion once again. But what I like to do with the TikToks is make it a little bit smaller anyways, keep it like a square in the middle, just because on TikTok there's text on the bottom and you could add text of your own on the top. So I mean, obviously in this video it wouldn't make sense, but whatever you're doing, it might make sense if you're doing a skit or something like that. You're definitely going to want to add text, and the bottom of your videos never matter because all the TikTok hashtags get in the way in the first place. So just keep that in mind. Okay, guys, so I decided this is what I want it to look like, because if it was too scrunched up, it would be a little bit blurry. So I just extended it on the bottom because, like, below them, it doesn't matter. Like I said, the hashtags are going to get in the way in the first place. And now above them, up here on the top, this is where we could add text straight from the TikTok app once we get there. And if you're using this to make shorts, you could do that for YouTube as well, and add your stuff in now by clicking titles here, or whatever yours looks like, on your software. And then just drag this down, etc. Add them like that. But since this is mainly about TikTok, we're not going to do that. Now that the video is basically done, of course, you're going to have to decide on how long you want the video, all that. And you could do that by, first of all, you got to zoom out, because if it's zoomed in that much, it's going to be complicated to work with. Second of all, you just drag the clip and you could go, as far as you want. Remember, TikToks are supposed to be short, so I think anything less than 60 seconds. So that's important to know. But just drag it once you considered, it being perfect. You're good to go. And you're going to want to export the video. Now, I highly recommend, before we go any further, that in the past, or before you start doing this process, you create a folder. Just right click on your desktop, click new, and then like new folder, and make like a TikTok folder, because it's going to be important for finding this file, in like 2 minutes from now. So go ahead, do that, pause the video, come back, and then we'll pick up where we left off. All right, guys, so you're back to making the TikTok folder. Like I already got mine right here. It's just April TikToks, because that's the month. And I recommend, you don't have to, but I highly recommend you name your TikToks, just so in the future, if you ever want to go back, edit them, maybe make something new with it, or just find it in general. It'll make your life much easier. So this is a tutorial one, so name the tutorial, make it relevant. Second thing you're going to want to do is check the resolution, maybe just one more time, just in case, but it should be fine at this point. But make sure it's 1080 by 1920, and you're good to go. And if your frame rate says 30 FPS, just click settings, go to frame rate, and you can just choose, keep it at 60. It'll just look better. If your computer can't handle it, go down to 30, that's okay. And then click export, and the video, it'll take, depending on how good your internet is, once again, it might take a minute, it might take 5 minutes. At the end of the day, it'll get done, and it's going to end up in that folder that you just created. So I'll see you guys in like a minute after this is done. Alright, guys, now we have the video in our folder. That's all good to go. But now you're wondering, how do we get that video, onto TikTok? Because most TikToks, you just, record with your phone. But we did it through our computer. So now we have to figure out a way to get the video to our phone. So to do that, you're going to use Google Drive. So if you don't have a Google account, make one. Once you have it made, go to the top right on Google, click these dots, pop this up here, click Drive. And once the drive is open, you're going to see, I've been doing this in the past because this is how I've been doing it. But you're going to see on the top left, it says New. So go ahead and click New, click File Upload. And then the easy thing you could do is if you, named your folder, click that folder. And another, important thing, if you name the video something relevant, you'll find it immediately. So mine's tutorial, so it's going to be towards the bottom here. Click that, open it up. And on the bottom right where my face is right now, you'll see it, uploading. And once that's done, we're going to head over to our phone. Okay, now what I want you guys to do is open up the Google Drive app on your phone. And the first thing you're going to see is the video that you just uploaded, which for me was called tutorial. For you, it'll be whatever you called it. And on the top right, of that video, you're going to see 3 dots. I want you to click those. Okay, guys, now you're on this screen. I want you to click send a copy. Then what you're going to do is scroll all the way to the bottom, and you're going to see save video. Once you see this, click it. Now the video is going to be in your photos. All right, guys, we're finally on the last step here. So what I want you to do is load up TikTok. Go over to the, the uploading page. On the bottom right, instead of clicking that red circle, go to the bottom right, click upload, and it's going to take you to your photo library, which is now, containing that video that you just edited over on your PC. And, upload that. You can do whatever other stuff you want to add to it. Like I said, if you want to add text, music, any other filters, that's all what you do over on TikTok now. You couldn't, like I said before, you could have edited on the PC, but I recommend if you're just going to use it for TikTok, just do it here. It's much simpler. And then, you're good to go, guys. So if this video helped you, Remember guys, don't let that spider be in your bed tonight. Click that like button, subscribe so you never miss a future video. Adios guys.